Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome out here to Tioga High School on the campus of Tioga High School, better known as the Reservation. My name is Chuck Perkins with 446 Sports, and we are getting ready to have the first of the playoffs game in the LHSAA playoffs with the Lady Indians of Tioga hosting the Lady Bruins of Bonnabel. I'll get it right in a minute here. I'm being joined out here on set by Doug Gann and Julie Wilkerson, much more enthusiastic voices than mine, or at least I say enthusiastic, but more knowledgeable voices in mine in the way of sports broadcasting. So I just got this started, stumbled over my words about 10,000 times. So I'm just going to toss it on over to y'all and take it away.
Thanks, Chuck. Certainly wouldn't say enthusiasm lacks with you any at all, but delighted to be here, going to sit in. And, you know, wasn't planning on coming out tonight, have a son that coaches one of the local elementary schools and playing right up the road. And so dad time versus broadcaster time, dad time wins out in that, and
Always.
It's an honor to do that. But always great to get back here to the alma mater and do that. And look, the wisdom that comes from Julie Wilkerson is unending, and so glad to have her on the broadcast. And Julie, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoy being with you guys.
Look, it's been a lot of fun. It really has. And the wisdom, I went back and listened to the first game that we did, and thankfully it was a game that had a big spread in the score on there, because you and I just hadn't talked basketball all night, didn't that?
That's exactly right.
So, but it's a lot of fun. What do you see in a game like this, an opening round game, a team coming up from the New Orleans area in Bonnabel, and Tioga's at home, and what do you tell to your team here not to look past the team that's made that trip?
You know what? And I think I might be correct in saying that I was on the bench with Debbie Johnson for Tioga High School the last time we opened playoffs and all, because it's been a while since
Really?
I think Tioga's been back here. Now, I might be wrong on that, but we went all the way to Sweet 16. So what you do is tell them it's one game and done if you don't take care of your business.
Well,
and you got to take care of your business.
And at 100%, you look at the bracket, and somewhere in that bracket, and now there's more to look at between select 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, non-select, all those. There's going to be upsets in these rounds. Some higher seed is going to lose to a lower seed, and people are going to be scratching their head like, how did that happen?
We did that. We beat Parkway of High School out of Shreveport, and they had not lost many games that year, and we beat them here at home in a nail biter to go to the Sweet 16.
See, and that's what you'll find that, and that's what makes it all so well. Let's go over to the PA addresser now, and we'll get things started here.
Good evening and welcome to the Reservation. Tonight's playoff contest will be between the visiting Lady Bruins and your Lady Indians. Representing Bonnabel tonight, number 1, Lanaya Lanier. Number 3, Maya Haddad. Number 14, Anaya Perry. Number 15, Amaya Woolers. And number 24, L'Oreal Lewis. And now, Indians fans, on your feet for your starting lineups. Starting off for your Indians tonight, junior, number 15, Caitlin Roberts. Next up, senior, number 24, Abby Trunkball. Senior, number 35, Christina Lambert. Senior, number 40, Madison Lockwood. And rounding off the Indians lineup tonight, senior, number 45, Ashton Nick. Let's get ready for some Indians basketball.
And there we have it back here. You know, Julie, I couldn't help it. When so the lights were off in here, and this was back. This shows when how far back that we go in here. Kind of reminded me of homecoming or something with the lights. So back when you used to have the dances here in the gym with the lights going around and all of that.
Dances in the gym?
That's right. That's how it was here at Tioga. See, you don't know,
well,
Chuck.
Long time back in my old school, we had dances in the girls' gym. They wouldn't let us have dances in the boys' gym because we scuff up the floor.
We're not fancy like y'all.
Well,
so that was but getting ready for a big one here. Bonnabel again
like
makes the
Applebee's.
way up here. And Ashton Nick with the start tonight.
Yes.
Last time we were here, she was coming off the bench in this one. But if you remember, she played so well in that game.
She had a good game against Rapides now.
Yeah.
That was not a tough game, but
Well, and that's the key is the Indians do control, and they're out and going. Troquill, I'll try to do this freestyle, Chuck, is not having the rosters on here as little as I can remember on there. Working it inside, and this is where you've got to be careful. That's Nick with a good shot out of it. Lockwood comes up and finishes things off. You're going to get a run from Bonnabel, Julie, here to start this. That's one thing. You watch the first 2 or 3 minutes of a game and see what they're able to do.
And Lockwood gets the first 2 points on your Wallace Associates scoreboard down there on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen.
Tioga has a good press, and it's really kind of a 3/4 press, but they put their big girl on the front of it, and that causes these guards some trouble.
It does, especially if you've not seen a lot of that. It's going to be difficult to work with settling into that zone. It's Bonnabel. They're very active on it, moving side to side pretty well. And again, Tioga in no hurry. They're going to try to get their shots and let their defense work a lot. But there's a turnover underneath against that zone.
That was a double team, and that was a forced pass, but
For those that are new to it, Julie, the differences between a man-to-man or a zone, what's the benefit or what's the difference in why you're going one defense versus the other?
Man-to-man versus zone, is that what you said?
Yeah, what's the thought process behind it?
I think that what they're trying to do with Bonnabel playing a zone 2-1-2 is they can cover the outside shots, but they are really crunching it in on the inside, and we've got some height that they're worried about.
And it does play to that, and I've got to believe that it keeps your endurance there as well. You're not as much chasing somebody around, and there they work inside. There's Nick that's going to finish that one off.
And that was
dish
good
from
ball
Lockwood.
making. It
That's right.
was. And you saw what they did. They rotated the defense, but they went to the open player. And part of that is our player moving to the open spot. That's so critical, too.
Moving without the ball. That's so often you hear about that, too. But explain a little bit about why that's important and not being just flat-footed.
Because a lot of times the person that gives the ball up and then makes a move is the one that is the most dangerous because they'll look to get the ball back. But also, when you have double teaming like they're trying to do in the pressure, it's important to move into the open spot and also where your player can see you and can make an easier pass.
Foul on Troquill, I believe there. Picks up her first team foul of the first period here. Indians, you see it on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard, lead it 4-0. And that's what you want to do. We've seen them play and come out and get out to big starts. And there's that pressure again.
One thing I like about Tioga pressing, too, is the kids get a chance, the young ladies get a chance to really move and concentrate on defense, and it gets them really into the flow of the game. Because there's some nerves out there. This is, like I said, if you don't win, you go home, and they don't want to go home. They've had a good season.
Well, there's Nick again that fires that one up. That one just off the mark a little bit, but KK Roberts in there to jump down. Oh, look at Troquill diving in like she's at shortstop at Southern Miss already.
Getting close. Oh, that seemed like a long 10 seconds, didn't it?
So as an offensive player, as that shot is up from downtown, banging around and no good, as an offensive player, you attack the man defense versus the zone defense a lot differently here. What does Tioga need to do?
Oh, you mean on the zone?
Yes.
They've got to move the basketball. They have got to passing and keep passing and make that defense move, make them rotate. And then there will be an opening inside. And I like the way they did earlier. They went to the top of the key because if you'll notice, there's going to be an opening there.
Saw that time on that play as the entry was made. Lockwood and Nick were both in the same spot.
Ooh. They're getting good looks. Well, but the good thing about it is they're getting open looks.
Right.
Those are going to start falling. I think some of that's nerves.
We saw that in the Grant game that was close in that first half, and then the shots started going in. And you're right, it is some of those playoff nerves because, like you said, it's been a long time since they've opened up here at the reservation for a playoff game. One thing I do like that the defense of these Lady Indians is so solid. 3 minutes in yet to give up a basket and not really a good look at a basket at this point.
That's exactly right. That one, she was slower getting back down, but she was the point on them. They picked them up full court.
Dishman comes in.
Dishman
comes in. Ashley Nick there.
Instantly paying dividends, too. She just gets a hand on it, comes in and gets the rebound. And there's not knowing what they were into, and Troquil takes a deep sigh and settles in. But look, basketball is one of those things that you just have to settle in and get your rhythm going, no matter what it is, and let the game play itself.
I think she saw two players going down, and she definitely picked the wrong one. The center was not the one she was meaning to throw it to, I don't think. I think she missed Abby. Good steal.
Yep. Forced pass there, just not in the right spot.
Roberts going to try to go to the basket, does draw the foul, and we've seen that so much in this game. When you do get someone that's running alongside you, go to the basket, get some foul trouble early on, and you come in with a team that has made it on a long trip, get them into foul trouble early. That just plays into your game.
That's a bread and butter right there.
Yeah, inside the Lambert.
Take advantage of that height, and they'll fall for it again.
You attribute a lot of it like a boxing match where they go after the body of it. We'll get back to that in a minute, Chuck. Full timeout on the floor. Let's take it with them. Lady Indians up 6-0. You're watching Lady Indian playoff basketball right here on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier. Transactions are getting safer. And you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Well, as you see, they changed it a little bit. This time they're going to pick them up again 3/4. So give them a different look every time.
Look, how much of showmanship is this to come out in that while they're still in the huddle? It's like, hey, this is what we're running. You better make a plan that takes care of this. I mean, this is coming out saying, hey, look, we don't care what you're running. You come out and play this defense.
That's it. And the other thing is, that was a good timeout by the coach because you don't want to let this get out of hand. They're playing on the road. They came a long way today, and you got to keep it close.
Look, they're not up here just to go one and done. They're up here wanting to win this game no matter what. There's good work. Again, that 10-second count has been one that just got it across there, too.
That's some pressure.
Well, that is intense. See if Dishman goes up. She's going to go to the free throw line now. And again, that's 2 trips down the floor, Julie, that they have went to the basket and drawn fouls. Now that will drag out a game, but the team fouls will start mounting up.
And we make our free throws. They call them free throws.
That's right.
So we always said you got to win on the offensive and defensive boards, but especially the defensive boards. Don't have turnovers and make those free throws.
How much time did y'all spend on free throws up in Ruston?
We spent a lot.
What was your favorite defense to go against? Did you like a man? Did you like the zone? Did it matter?
It really didn't matter, but we liked the man because we had Pam Kelly and Janice Lawrence inside.
You were going to get past it.
Yeah, so we got a lot of assists.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. When you're able to know that when you dish that, it's going to be there. Yeah.
And we played more man than we did.
Oh, there's a turnover by Troquil right there. She's going to get the steal and the score right in front of us, and this thing's jumped out to 10-0. I don't know that we've seen that type of pressure out of the Lady Indians. I haven't followed them as much. Chuck, maybe you can. Have they been this intense on the defensive end of it?
Not that intense that I have seen, even throughout the year. They might do a half, but I've never seen them this far up in it, which is kind of surprising.
What do you work on? So a game like this, you're on paper supposed to win it. What are you doing to look for future? Because you've got a St. Thomas More game, right?
You don't want that to happen, and you want to make sure that they've got to get back. You don't want that to happen either, right there. You've got to make sure that you continue to follow your game plan, and 110%.
Bonnabel was able to find an opener underneath and to get 2 on the board.
Lambert from downtown misses that, Julie.
We had 2 were too close to each other right here. They've got to spread it out against a zone.
And that's what we talked about down here when you had Lockwood and Lambert that were right. Oh, I'm sorry, It was Nick that had dropped in together on an entry pass, and that's like 2 receivers been in the same spot
that's right.
on a football route.
Good. That was an unselfish play. She's got to make that, but you got.
Yeah, the board in the bucket from Lockwood, and that's huge.
That's an unselfish play.
Bonnabel struggling mightily against this pressure defense, and it's not just been from the front side; it's been from the back side. A lot of it too. You've got to look all around your peripheral for that.
I think Coach Johnson got their attention. They made it down on that opposite side to make sure that pass wasn't an easy pass across to get a little layup. They defended that one once they got past the half court perfectly.
Look, you can tell this first period of I guess 5 minutes or so of pressure. Lady Indians are starting to breathe a little heavy on there too, but they have been full speed ahead.
They have.
It's a king cake.
I didn't get any king cake this season.
What?
I know. I know.
Shame on you.
3 seconds in the lane, and that was called. And that was worked on the very last time down the floor by the Lady Bruins coach, who was over there in the end. Said, "Look, next time, this is what's happening," and they saw that happen. So, you know, we talk. Boy, KK just goes up there and jumps in and gets the held ball, and that's good basketball. When you come down, you could just reach in and grab and tie it up from there.
And they're letting them play.
Right. Yeah, because you've seen a lot of fouls
I've seen
called
when they reach, anytime you reach. But you know what she did too? She cut her off on that sideline, and that's what she took advantage of, having the sideline as another defender.
That's right, and you know, we've seen that in basketball. You got the sidelines, the baseline, midcourt, a lot of ways that you can trap the offensive player on there. She did a great job of it.
That's right.
Still a 10-point cushion in this one for the Lady Indians. They have been dominant here with that press in the first quarter of play. Abby is going to pull up. Just didn't really have much into that, a little further out for that little running jumper that she shot just outside the free throw line. Bonnabel's going to have that, but
it's our ball.
Yep. Oh, yep. Right off. That's just good hustle. Seeing that type of hustle has to make you proud.
And what Bonnabel's making a little bit of mistake about is those long passes are hard. When you've got that much distance, that gives Tioga a chance to get over and knock it down, or so you're not giving up a layup, or as we did there, it went off of her hand.
Especially when they're playing that type of defense. If you're sitting back in a non-aggressive zone, maybe you can get something across. Oh, look at the back door in there, Fred.
They went to a man.
Yeah.
They went to a man, and Debbie saw it, and she made a change in the defense. I mean offense.
Just instantly that was made. Yeah, that defense hadn't changed a bit for the Lady Indians. It is just a relentless pressure that has been here from the opening tip.
Yep. Now they've changed it.
Yeah, that one, she saw Dishman cutting, and Lambert was there. Good job getting back, trying to stop that, but just unable to get that to fall or to stop and went the other way. But the Lady Indians still, again, you're not going to play a flawless game on it.
They went back to their 2-3. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Held ball should go to Bonnabel in this one. Yeah, it'll stay. It'll stay with the Lady Indians down on this. And 23 seconds to go here in the first period of play. I'm glad y'all let me sit in with you for a little while.
I'm glad you did make it over here.
Yeah, we're glad you came.
This has been a lot of fun.
Get you prepped up for that baseball game hollering at them.
No, I don't get to do that.
Told you they'd do it again, and they wouldn't react. It was another play where the center steps back and easy bank. She's got the bank shot down on that.
She does.
And I love a bank shot.
These inbounds plays are so critical. That's going to be a and one. Roberts going in and fouling. But again, you can play aggressive like this when you've got a big lead and going after it, and you're trying to go out and just put Bonnabel away here early.
They're hanging in there.
KK Roberts is going to get whistled for that foul.
Her first personal, second team.
Could be a 3-point right here. Oh,
bounces
free throws
off
are
back
important. Could have made it a single-digit lead.
And that's what you want to do. You want to just, that one's not going to count even there. And had it been before the buzzer, might have whistled for the foul, but it was after the buzzer that was there. 16-6 after the first. Lady Indians jump out to a pretty good lead. We'll see what happens in a second. We'll do all of that right here on 446 Sports.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
Yep, Bonnabel will get this to start things going on. If Tioga had it on the last held ball, so Bonnabel will get this one in. What do you tell your team down by 10 on the road coming into the second period?
I'd tell them, you're lucky you're not down more with the turnovers that we had. We have to cut down on the turnovers. Protect the basketball.
Well,
and
if you're Coach Johnson, then we say y'all are lucky to be up by 2. Y'all should be up by 15, 18.
There were a lot of open looks that they missed. So I would be proud of, happy with the intensity on defense, though. I would say keep doing it and don't. Once the ball gets past you, you got to be moving down the court. It's not your time to rest, because I saw a couple of them. And that was good. She moved to the basketball.
Right.
If she had sat there and waited for that ball would have been gone. That's that cross-court pass that we talked about a couple of games ago.
Coming back to the ball is so critical in this. You learn that drill from Pee Wee ball, where you're stepping and you're receiving that throw, and that's what you've got to do. Going to call an illegal screen here.
Lockwood.
And that is her first personal foul, first team of the second. It's been a... Oh, look, you're not ever going to get that one. KK sitting out there playing center field there and just able to pull that down. Oh, you had Dishman that was cutting to the basket.
See, they're too close. Yeah, spread that out. Oh.
That's one of those that looks good on the tape. If she gets that little behind-the-back pass to the cutting Lambert, it might have brought the house down.
It would have.
No foul on that one. It just tipped one out of bounds.
There's a little bit of height difference on that one, I think.
It was. Just a tidbit.
That's a foul. She created that because she used her body, and the defensive player let her get the baseline.
Right.
And
that's one thing. We've seen that on the couple of inbounds plays that have been there, and then this one as well. Just the positioning by Tioga has been so much more superior than that of Bonnabel, and it's resulted in what now an opportunity for 2 more points. Out of free throws.
What was that announcement?
Yeah, I can jinx the best of them. I said opportunity, though.
Oh, you're right.
And that doesn't just happen overnight. Those centers have worked on body position and all.
Well, you're able to practice that without the basketball. That's one of those things that the shot is not really what's important about that. Yes, it comes, but your positioning, your movement at what time you do it has to become reflex to you.
Played with one of the best, Pam Kelly, she was the Margaret Wade Trophy winner, and she worked on it hours and hours with Coach Balmore, but That was a great move inside, and she.
Footwork is it's so critical down here in this because you've got to be able to move inside. Oh.
Yeah, they're going to call that one. She reached and was moving at the same time. I think she was pretty quick. If she had given herself just one step back, I think she could have gotten her foot over there on the sideline.
She jumps
but
into the passing
she was
lane.
aggressive,
Yeah.
and you will not get after somebody for playing aggressive.
That's correct.
I don't know that they actually called that a foul.
No, there was nothing whistled. They're going to call an offensive foul on that one. That's Lambert jumping in there. And
that was the correct call. You can't lower that shoulder and move in.
And how about how well they know the game? You see the big smiles on their face like you would on a block, on a dunk, or whatever it is when you take a charge. And that's just huge because you're getting paid off and rewarded for something like that.
It is.
It's number 30 and for number 14 for Bonnabel.
I'll take your word for it. If I had my glasses, I could see down on the scorebook from here. But, yeah.
I'm just reading the numbers on the back.
Long shot. Thank you very much. That was...
that's money if it's a bank shot.
Shouldn't you have to call that before you shoot that one if you're going to use backboard like that? Good three-point ball, first one of the game.
Like the fact that the bank's open for her. Those are hard with that far out.
Oh, good work by Dishman again, and she'll get the steal and the score. And that's one of those little runs that the Lady Indians are going on. Again, this thing was 16-6 at one point to start off this period. So a quick 7-0 run. 7-0 run to start things off here.
Do we know which association?
Lafayette.
Lafayette?
That's what I'd heard earlier today.
All right.
And look, you cannot bobble it a second. The Lady Indians are right on top of it. Good entry pass and dish out to Troquill, and this thing is quickly a 9-0 run and getting out of hand.
I like the way she shot that too, because if she'd gone in just without kind of planning and going up, I think they might get some frustration and not do it on purpose, but there could be an injury right there.
Again, that's right. Cooler heads prevail. 30-second timeout on the floor. Just leave it right here, and you come out. You saw a little bit from Bonnabel that was able to come out and play with some intensity, but Tioga has played more aggressive in the second quarter than they did in the first, and we're blown away with the way they came out in the first.
That's right, and you know, not to be, because Tioga is taking advantage of, I think, some of the lack of fundamentals with the ball handling, and that's where it's so critical. And I think our ball handling has been pretty tight. So
indeed, it has. Boy, this is such a loaded bracket. First round of the playoffs, as a matter of fact, everybody's trying to get to Hammond. They're trying to get to Southeastern Louisiana University. And that last weekend of February, first week of March is when that tournament is, that everybody wants to end up here. So these games are the ones you say, you know what, district is over, and we've got to come out and we've got to show that we belong. Tioga comes in with an 8 seed. Don't think they wanted to play a playoff game in this first round. Just missed the bye.
Yeah, they're number 9 seed.
In 9, that's why they're. Yeah. That's why they're.
Barely.
That goes back to a thing. Would you rather play the game like this or sit and then have a bye? What do you do for that second round?
I think on this one, I'd rather go ahead and play, especially with your seniors. They're
right.
Seasoned. I really think I would like to play, especially at home. They weren't going to get probably the home game after this.
Well, that young lady number 3 there exploded. She's fast to the basket.
She is.
First basket here in 3 minutes of this period for Bonnabel. They trail it 25-8. You see it down in the bottom left-hand corner. There's Lambert firing another 3. Bangs front iron and no good. Rebound control by Bonnabel. You know, that 3-point basket is just another thing that's going to have to go. What about that defense that continues?
That's really good defense. We call that a smothering defense.
Indeed it is, and they've done it all throughout the work that they do. You saw when Nick was out there that was involved with it, and now when Dishman came out, she's back on it as well.
That was great teamwork with the way they handled it too, because number 40. I'm drawing a
Lockwood.
Lockwood. Cut her off at the baseline. Use the sideline to her advantage.
You know,
and then Nick didn't give up on it.
We talked about it some in the first. I'm surprised we have not seen a 10-second call, but we've seen a lot of those. We've seen turnovers.
Yes.
You know, they look at that assist to turnover line, and that's a good determining factor on how well you've done. Tioga, one thing, there's certainly more assists than turnovers, and it's quite the opposite. A lot of times you say, well, stats don't normally dictate how a game's going. They are in this particular case.
That's right.
Long three.
From downtown, and it's good.
That's from 33, and you should score threes if you're going to wear that number, right?
That's right.
You got to.
I think that's Naisha, 33.
Oh, wow. She just, that, bless her heart, just left without it. Dishman's going to clean it up there.
That's hustle right there.
Yeah.
She didn't. She went down to get the rebound just
Staying
in case.
engaged.
Yeah.
Well, Julie, you talked about
That was a walk.
You talked about ball handling, and it's on display in this one, or the inability to, unfortunately.
I think I would have held up on that one because you didn't have the numbers.
Right.
There were 3 of the Bonnabel down there. You stole the ball, but
Wow.
that's also something that even though you've got to turn it into points whenever you do.
Lockwood whistled for her second personal foul, and that will get Nick into the game. She comes in for Lambert, it looks like.
Yes.
She's giving everybody a little breather.
Well, if you're going to build that depth down the lineup and go 8, 9 deep, you've got to be able to get it out in any situation. And so Coach Johnson does that as well as anybody does. One thing I do like out of this Bonnabel team is that they've not let up. They've not quit at all in this one, regardless. And
that was a good-looking jump shot, too.
It was.
She handled the ball well, and that was a nice-looking jump shot.
Coach Johnson's going to get a timeout at 30 seconds, so we'll leave it back in there. She gets Lambert back up quickly to get back in there. And this is one of those opportunities. Again, your defense is doing it, but it gives you an opportunity to get some of those younger players in there and work that press in meaningful playoff action, too, because there's going to be a time that it comes up they're going to need it.
You never know when those whistles are going to start blowing fouls instead of letting them play a little bit.
Well, and what a difference that would have made if some of those calls that quite frankly, we thought could have been called fouls were called. Then you've got players with 2 or 3 fouls on them already. You've got to set back off of that pressure. But now if they're not calling the fouls, full speed ahead.
I really do think they've got to have their calling the bigs, and that's not really that's not appreciated much by ladies too much, but the bigs in there because that's their bread and butter. And you had Abby in there, and the guards are really solid guards. So they've got a good, but you got to keep your bigs in.
Well, and that's a better terminology than what we call the linemen on football. We'll call them our fatties.
Well, Nick gets that, puts that back up.
I mean, that was a good drive by the guard.
Yes.
But then you had the center in good position to get the rebound.
Look, I liken that to when I go to the doctor and he says, well, at your age. It's like, well, I don't want to hear this at my age stuff.
Yeah.
But indeed I do. 32-8, you see it on the Wallace High Associates scoreboard. 3 minutes to go until intermission. It's been all Tioga in this one from the opening tip. Haven't seen a lot of the half-court set from Bonnabel tonight as it's been played basically down on the Indian side of the court. Oh, good pass through the legs there.
Yeah. I don't think she was expecting that.
Not sure anybody was. It went harmlessly out of bounds and over to the Lady Indians.
And not picking on a player
Correct,
at
that's
all,
right,
but
that's
she's not. When she caught the ball over there, that wasn't a bad pass, but she never even turned to look at the goal. So I thought was not on shooting the ball or making any move to make somebody pick her up.
Inside of Nick again, and that's footwork again. She just takes and doesn't put the ball on the ground. Just has that drop step and goes to the basket.
And that was not bad defense. That was played well because she didn't get fouled.
Was it a deflected pass?
Again, I'll preface this by I haven't watched a lot of the Lady Indians games played, but the ones I have played, I saw Nick the first time play and looked a little more nervous out there. She really looks comfortable, and she looks like she's a part of this and knows that she is.
Playing time.
Yep. The jumper elevating over
That's
her.
a good jumper that young lady has.
Nick very disciplined, standing still and just stretching up those long wingspan up there to make her have to work for it.
Well, a lot of times you'll see them slap at the ball, and that drives these coaches crazy that want the hand straight up. Jumper back the other way, didn't really have a shot at it. Nick's going to watch it go harmlessly out of bounds, and it will go over to Bonnabel with just under 2 minutes to go, 1:52.
I think if she'd taken her time, just one more little bit of get your feet set.
Right. Again,
she's played hard on defense. She deserves to get a chance.
The save was inside, and boy,
that was definitely shot off the wrong foot. But you know what? When you're athletic like that and you have a desire.
Look, I'd rather
that's 2 in a row for her.
And
that the first one that I said, well, that was a good-looking jumper. She came close.
Yeah, can't. It maybe years ago I could have looked down on the scorebook and saw who that was from a row up, but unable to do so. Lady Indians look like they're pulling it out just a little bit, maybe working some time. Nick was inside.
There.
Yeah. She says, look, let's just do it this way.
Yeah.
Her rebound and putback has been solid here in the second.
It has. And when you're shooting it out that far, you're going to get a little bit of a bounce out more than just falling straight out. But she's been able to get into position right where she needed to be.
Another turnover in there, and Roberts will come back in. And Abby to the sideline. Talked to Coach Woodard a little bit earlier out in the foyer there, and asked him how it was going, and he said, I'm just missing my basketball players, he says. And this is
That's
that
a big
time.
one to miss, too.
Sure it is. We talk about the transitions that we do. We call a lot of basketball, and we'll start calling some softball and baseball over the next week or two. And these players are doing the same thing.
Maybe even tomorrow.
Maybe even tomorrow, huh?
There's a softball game tomorrow.
Oh. Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out. Yeah, no, I'm out on that.
I don't know yet. But
I don't know what I have tomorrow, but it's not that softball game. 39 seconds to go.
Really early in the season right now, right?
Extremely. Yeah, it's scrimmages and stuff. I cover a lot of Grace Christian baseball, and they've got a scrimmage tonight, and we won't be at that one. But Tuesday night is the home opener out there, so we'll be able to see that. Boy, this one quickly explodes.
Wow.
This is that step. We wondered in the second, would they slow down a little bit? And, Julie, they haven't at all.
They have not. And they're pushing the ball. The guards are pushing it. They're getting their reward.
So you talked about those shots falling. Oh, and here's another one just jumping into the lane.
That's a good-looking layup there. Those are so hard when you're wide open. That was a good-looking layup.
It was 16-6 at the end of one. It's a 26-6 second period for Tioga in this one. So their defense is held to just 6 each time. But exploding for 26 points in the second are the Lady Indians. And, Julie, I'm going to let you and Chuck have it the rest of the way. I'm going to get over there to the Diamond and go coach some future Indians
there
here.
You go. And quick story, what you just said earlier about at your age. You didn't remember Greg Robertson, the dentist who coached it at Menard, and he's been real involved in women's and men's sports over at Menard and other places. But anyway, he's my dentist, and he said something one time about, well, we're watching those wisdom teeth, and he said, because the older we get surgery doesn't do it. So I didn't say anything that time, but 6 months later when I went, he said, we're still watching those wisdom teeth, and I said, yeah, because you told me I was old. He said, I didn't tell you were old. I said, well, you may as well have. He said, we don't respond as well to surgery. I said, that's what you were telling me, because I'm old.
Look, I don't care how you dance around it as well, but so I've got y'all a big lead now. It's a 30-point lead for the Lady Indians. But I'm gonna leave it best y'all don't mess it up as I get out of here.
Hey, you got your priorities straight.
That's right.
You came and made sure we could handle it from here on out. Got us through the first half, and now you're going to take care of familiar things.
Off to Ward 10 Recreation I'll go do, and I get to assist. And look, so the funniest thing, I coached my son all the way through his travel ball, and until he got to high school, we were coaching him. And just sometimes wouldn't listen. And I'd get so aggravated at those kids, and they'd sit back and giggle. And now he's teaching elementary school, and these kids don't listen. And I get to sit back and giggle because he's like, boy, if y'all don't stop, if y'all don't this. And I'm just, that's good for you. That's good for you.
What goes around.
That's right.
And I'm looking forward to seeing Grace Christian. We have a tribal member, Canyon.
Canyon Wright is
a really good player.
Grand
and they've
Canyon,
got not just the only
yes.
one. They've got a solid team over there.
Seth
I know.
Cook, Cody Davis, those guys will we'll get ready to get things going. They'll do that Tuesday night against Oberlin, I believe, is who it is.
Always
and
good
then
ball.
we'll have our Grace Christian Coaches show from Buffalo Wild Wings on Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Right in front of the Menard baseball/softball show that will be at 7 o'clock. All of that from Buffalo Wild Wings, a brand new sponsor that we've got. So look forward
That's
to having
great.
you out there on Sunday nights with us as well. All we need is our official casino sponsor. We don't have that yet for 446 Sports. So
It'd be great
I don't
to
know.
have it
If I
for
was only
Tioga.
around some of those people
And 446
Saturday,
Sports, yeah.
Saturday we
would
might
see,
have to, and if you knew anybody over there, I mean,
right,
you know.
right. So no, we
It's like
we
building a
enjoyed.
boat. If I knew a guy or know a guy.
If I know a guy, see, there's. I'm going to leave you with that one. You get all the rest of this. Julie, thank you for what you've brought to our broadcast along here. I'm going to leave it with you guys, and y'all have a good call.
Thank you. We
Alrighty.
appreciate what you do, too.
All righty, thank you.
All right, we're going to take it away. Go ahead and take a little break here. It's halftime. Lady Indians are leading this one 42-12, and we'll be back in just a few minutes after these words from our sponsors.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Everybody dancing all night long. Everybody dancing all night long. Everybody dancing all night long. Somebody's dancing to my song.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pine.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, certified transmission.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
At Certified Transmission, you can count on our certified mechanics with over 35 years experience to get your vehicle fixed right and get you back on the road.
Got transmission problems? Go where you know. Certified Transmission.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the campus of Tioga High School for the second half of round 1 LHSA playoff action for girls basketball, where the Lady Indians are hosting the Bonnabel Lady Bruins from down in the New Orleans area. My name is Chuck Perkins with 446 Sports, and I'm joined with the basketball extraordinaire, resident expert, Miss Julie Wilkerson. Glad to have you, Miss Julie.
Thank you, sir. You're way too kind, but I love the game, and I just enjoy being here and watching Tioga and compete. And that's a good way to start the second half with a shot from the corner by Abby.
I'm trying to remember if she got the first 2 points in the first half.
She made the first three-pointer.
Oh, she did. Okay.
I think one of the bigs got the
first two.
The first two. Had a chance to go say hello to Googie French.
Oh, wow.
You know, he played at Rapides and on the state championship team when Rick Huckabee was down there.
I did not know
Had
that.
a really good ball player. I coached her at Menard Junior High, and he's helping at Menard High School, and they play on Monday night.
I see him whenever I have been out there to call games, especially with the basketball.
He loves the game, too.
Yes. I see him over there on the bench with them, so.
Oh, wow. That was a good turnaround post
Nick.
play.
Yep.
She's shooting over him, too, on that.
Yeah.
That's a – when you can do that, that's hard to defend.
Not worried about them in front of her. I mean, just absolutely shooting right over. And the little jump ball there, tie ball, I think is what I always called it, jump ball.
I did too. I still do.
They used to come to the free throw line of the nearest one and jump ball.
Yeah.
That's right. Looks like, okay, they called
It'll
that
stay
one.
down here with Bonnabel. I think it went off of
Lambert there.
Lambert. That's hard to get it inside.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
packed up with a lot of folks.
She's got a nice shot. Yeah, that one. I started to say that one's going, but
yeah, you kind of get the feel off of that one.
yeah, they're gonna put a little pressure on.
Yeah, they had.
Ooh. Oh, that's a foul.
Yeah. Tioga moving the ball around quickly and briskly and good sharp passes.
It was good.
Really good passes on there. That's a much improvement throughout the year. You've seen them work on several things, and that's definitely one of them.
Googie was very impressed with the team, and they have 3 of their girls that are here watching too. So
wow.
The local support is always good.
I know we've talked to Coach Sanders over there several times and followed them, especially last year when they had their good little run.
He thinks they have a good shot this year too.
Yeah, they've had a core that they really haven't lost a whole lot of players over the last couple of years, and this core group that they have with them now has been playing together for many years. Off the rim.
That's important too. You know, that's a real.
Nick battling
she's
for
right
it.
there. Yep. The court just reached up and grabbed her.
You saw that, huh? Speaking of court, you see the little patchiness in our court. We are getting a new court this year, getting it redone. I'm not sure to what extent. I know they're going to put new artwork, so
that's good.
They're going to grind it all the way down to the wood. The several flooding events that we had due to some busted pipes from the freezes is what's caused all that polyurethane to finally start giving way. That's 3 on Lockwood, it looks like. I think looks like they called that on number 40. And that is.
This will be good though, to early in the third quarter and have a little bit of a foul issue. You need to know how to play with 3 fouls and play smart.
Long range shot there, missed. Rebounded by Lambert, pushed over to Troqua, bringing it up the court. Over to Roberts, back over to Lambert for shot, rattles around and falls out. Lady Bruins end up with the ball coming back down the court.
They're pushing it a little bit too.
They are.
Of course, I think that's their number 1 player.
Yeah, they were really lethargic about bringing the ball up the court in that first half, pushing that 10-second count.
They really did.
Still waiting. Okay, she was tying her shoes. I was wondering what the holdup was. Tipped out there by Dishman.
Pretty good reaction by the referee.
He really was.
He could have had a face sandwich there for a minute.
Well, they're down in it way down there. That doesn't make sense. Way off and push off there by number 224 from the Lady Bruins. Substitution in for Lady Bruins, 15 in for 3.
That was kind of a forced shot, but you know what? You'd rather get a shot than a turnover. At least you got a chance if you keep shooting the ball. Good teamwork. See?
Nicely
She was going
done.
to the basket.
And committed that turnaround to make them hold to her to try to defend, and just saw her sneaking in there.
When you can get the ball that low and then have a player with some size going to the basket, you've got a tough duo to defend.
Yeah, Dishman's got some hands on her.
Yes. Ooh, she's wide open. I was hoping she could have turned the other way, but the way she caught the pass, she made the right move.
Momentum kept her going.
Yes, it did.
Probably kept her from doing a travel, too.
Yeah. I just noticed her colorful shoes.
Yes, isn't that something? Let's see. We'll get see what happens there. This is that one. There you go. A little tight shot of those nearly, what do we call that? It's not psychedelic, but tie-dye.
Tie-dye, yeah.
Tie-dye style.
Yeah.
Have to let her know tomorrow, hey, your shoes got some camera time, girl. Rattles around and
I think they call moving too soon.
okay. I was looking for numbers called, but
I think it might have been Abby.
kick it back out. Shot for three.
She's going to be at Caitlin Clark and just shoot from the.
Yeah, trying to etch it out a little bit further each time. Clark launches them from way out there. Almost looks like their court is bigger, you know.
They say her range is something else, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, not a bad move, just that's hard to do against the zone. That
should be a charge.
Oh.
Wow.
She might have moved a little bit.
Goodness. Took that one on the chin.
That's a tough one.
That is.
That's a tough one. Yeah, I think Caitlin Clark may get the record tonight. Of course, there's whether it really is the record or not. Over the back should be. That was a good block out. So.
Yep, number 15 on the Lady Bruins there got whistled for that one.
I actually played against Lynette Woodard, who's not the not the one she's beat the record she's going to beat tonight, but she had reason. There's even Lynette Woodard in the discussion, and she played 3 years with the Association of Intercollegiate Athletics for Women and had 1 year. That's got it too. Her foot must have been on the line.
Yeah, foot was on the line. Looked like it.
For University of Kansas, but they're not counting for NCAA purposes.
Okay.
The AIAW numbers.
Okay. 53-15, as you see on your Wallace Associates scoreboard on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. We're going to take a quick break. We've got about 56 seconds left in this change of periods here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes after these couple of words from our sponsor.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuations,
We are back to live action here at the reservation where the Lady Indians are leading this one 53-15. We are just now starting the fourth period. You saw there where the Trockwell inbounding the ball down there up to Dishman. My name is Chuck Perkins, 446 Sports presentation of this round one playoff game. Lady Indians hosting the Lady Bruins from Bonnabel. Julie, it's been wonderful having you on here. The last few games, we've really enjoyed having you, and I have.
Well, I have too.
You've added so much more to this, and you know, I would love to say that I make this look good, but I'm just here because you are phenomenal.
It takes both of us, so, and you make sure that we get the the viewers get to see the action without getting dizzy.
I'm trying to.
There's an art to that,
well,
Chuck.
Yeah. That's my finessing side, if you will.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry. That's okay. That's
and
about
that
the
you
only
make sure
finesse
the technical difficulties that I might have, you got them taken care of.
Well, we're trying.
That was good defense,
It was.
Chuck, and that's a good offside rebound.
It was a good spin move by her underneath, too. Just didn't fall.
And Abby said, nope, you're not going to put any press on me.
No.
I'm going to get that ball down the court. Oh, I don't think that's what Coach Johnson probably wanted, but, you know. Time to use the clock.
Yeah, and it should be a continuous
I think
clock.
it's running it. I was wondering. When you get the
35, yeah.
is it, 35 points ahead and the clock starts running, which is not a bad thing.
Well, I agree. That was a nice implementation of it, because if you get to that point, you know, coming back it makes it really difficult.
Yes. Well, it's along the lines of the softball and baseball. You know, you get a certain number. That was over the back.
Yep.
If she had just stood straight up and not tried to reach and get the ball.
It's number 30, I believe they called it on. Okay.
They did.
One of their bigs, if you will, underneath.
Look, they actually defended it that time.
Did.
They saw it coming, and the other thing is you didn't have the other bigs in, so that makes the difference.
Yeah. Oh, look at that steal.
That's good. That's quickness, and that's teamwork.
And Dishman. Oh, goodness.
She was too far under the goal. Just too far, just a little bit far under.
Yeah.
It was still the right pass. That was still the right pass.
Nice. She gets whistled for that one as well. That'll bring Brandy Page in, it looks like, number 5 for the Lady Indians to replace Troquel.
I think she's starting to let other people
Double
play.
dribble.
That's what we call an unforced error.
Yes.
Unforced turnover. We talked about that one of the last games about we don't see double dribble too much.
That's right.
Especially not like that.
That and carries. We don't,
Yeah.
it's not as common, or it's not as called, maybe.
No.
The college side of it, and the pro side especially.
Yep.
You see a lot of it just kind of, they just walk down the court with the ball. Sometimes it's like, what are you?
Oh, I was hoping that would fall.
Nick got that one back, cleaned it
Getting
up.
back in there. Yeah, they need to make a few of these baskets here.
Yeah, I agree that, you know, keep things moving a little bit, not to show off. Should have been, we'll call a foul on that one.
Coach Johnson was
Number
exactly
13.
right for number 33. Move your feet. Don't reach with your hands and arms. You got to move your feet.
That foul called on Dishman.
Play defense with your feet.
Number 14. That's an interesting technique. They pass her the ball. She looks down, doesn't even dribble, and just shoots the ball.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't need to sit and have a, you know, in golf they call that the waggle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Rotates it around, finds her lines that she likes, and fires it up. They're a good free throw shooter.
I think we've got all the second team in getting a chance to play. That's good.
Well, you got Roberts in there and Dishman still.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think it'll be long that someone will come in for those as well.
Yeah, and that clock's steady running, so that's.
Yeah, I think once she gets down to closer to a minute, she'll filter in, pull Roberts and Dishman out as well. Taking a little time there at the free throw line. It tells you didn't look quite as settled as number 14 was.
Take a chance, time to recognize that Coach Johnson has some pretty good assistant coaches helping too.
That's right. We'll try to. Another foul there. Let's spin it around here. Who you got over there on the bench with him?
Well, we've got Jay Barber over there, and then I would still call her Hallman. That's Jody and Freddie. Yeah, Courtney Hallman Brown, and her mom and daddy both really outstanding coaches, and not many people know that Freddie started as a basketball coach.
No.
Yes, up in Lake Providence. So,
wow, way up yonder.
Yeah, but junior high basketball. For girls. But both have made an impact in Central Louisiana with their coaching. Of course, Freddie mostly known for football and Jody softball and basketball. But she had the opportunity to coach Courtney and then also had an opportunity to coach her granddaughter. So
drains a three and travels, so that was negated. Wow. So that's
like we're emptying the bench.
Dishman and Roberts, and everybody's doing a few changes here. So that definitely has all of your first teamers out for the Indians. 57-21, less than a minute to go here in this round one action for the Lady Indians.
That's a lot of scoring, Chuck. That's good. That's a good score. That means they were playing defense and getting the turnovers, and then they probably have a pretty good shooting percentage because of the putbacks and the inside game.
It would be curious to see Bonnabel's shot percentage, how many shots they actually got off.
I'm thinking their turnovers probably exceeded their shots.
That's a good battle by the young squad in there to get a turnover or a tie ball. A little confusion there as to where
Whose
they're going
ball
with
it was going to be.
Yep. That's going to finish it up. You'll see right here in front of us, the girls are going to pass by.
Get a good look at them.
The Lady Indians and the Lady Bruins here. Lady Indians win this one 57-23. And they will be facing the Lady Cougars from St. Thomas More, who got a bye in the first round. They are seeded number 8, and that's going to take your Lady Indians seeded number 9. And so they will need to travel down there. And so that game will be sometime, I'm sure, next week, probably around Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday should be, yes.
It's usually when they've been playing, so.
I think facilities-wise, they'll enjoy some nice basketball court and venue to play in, because St. Thomas More usually has all of their athletic facilities are nice, state of the art.
Getting a shot of the seniors out there.
Yeah. Well, they can enjoy this one tonight, and I bet they'll be thinking about getting ready for game plan tomorrow.
Yep, girls hamming it up a little bit there
That's
in front of the
all
camera.
right.
So
They deserve it.
Yeah, we're going to wrap this one up. Coach Wilkerson, appreciate you joining us again out here. If we do have another home game, hopefully you'll join us again.
I will be joining you. Hey, I love being called coach. Charles Smith had always made my day. You know, Peabody won their district boys, but he would say, "Hey, Coach, how you doing?" And I was like, Coach Smith called me Coach. And so, but he doesn't forget anybody either. So
well,
anyway.
If you are interested in helping call any of the softball games, I'm going to throw it out there. I do know they have a softball game tomorrow. And so that's up to you. I don't know just yet if I'm going to stream it yet, but I'll let you know. But I know you've got a busy schedule.
Well,
and I'll try to get you ahead of time and send you their schedule too. And that way you kind of have that ahead.
Plan on catching some of those softball games. You know, two state championships when we got the team here.
That's right. That's right. So you got some vested interest
I got
there.
some.
Indeed. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
And thank
congratulations to the Tioga Lady Indians.
Absolutely, absolutely. They've done really good this year and had a really good season. Like I said, most of these seniors have played here for 4 years. And so it's showing some of that discipline and that hard work is starting to pay off for them, and that's nice. We're going to wrap it up here. My name is Chuck Perkins, joined with by Julie Wilkerson here. It's been a 446 Sports presentation of Tioga Indian basketball. And have a good night, and God bless.